everyone, my name is Emilio Q. Welcome to my channel, and in today's video I want to go ahead and talk about why I prefer collecting physical media, and by physical media I mean DVDs, Blu-rays, 4K Blu-rays, why I prefer to collect those and watch movies on that format as opposed to watching a movie on streaming services. Now don't get me wrong, I don't mind watching a movie on a streaming service. And sometimes when I just want to watch something new, something I haven't seen before, it's convenient to just go on Netflix and watch something that I haven't seen before. Like very recently I saw a movie like Bone Tomahawk, a really good Western that I never saw, and it's on Netflix and I'm like, hey, I've never seen that, might as well go ahead and watch it. Or just movies that I haven't seen in like years. Like I saw $1 Million Baby once when it was on AMC. On AMC back like around 2009, they would show a bunch of Clint Eastwood movies. I didn't have appreciation for that film at the time, but I just saw it on Netflix recently, and it's a great movie. It kind of changed my life. It didn't change my life, but it's just a great movie about life, and just a really good movie. I don't want to get too much into the film, just a really good film. Cried so many times watching it. But when it comes to movies that I love, if there's a film that I really love, even though I could watch it on a streaming service, I would rather prefer to just get a physical copy of it. And you know, this is just a handful of movies that I own. I want to go ahead and show some of the movies that I have on physical media that I've bought over the past 2 years. You know, I just saw Wild at Heart recently. It's a hard movie to find on streaming services. Apparently, it's hard to find this film. Like, you can't find it on Max right now. At least I don't think so. You can't find it on Netflix. It's a hard movie to come by. And I remember my cousin actually showed me this, like the first 5 minutes of this film on Netflix, back when Netflix had a very good variety. Now they don't, but yeah, Wild at Heart, great movie. You know, I do have HBO Max, and they have most of their movies there, but I prefer to just watch them on 4K. I don't like compression in my movies. I don't like when the movie buffers, it gets all grainy, like digital blocks appear, especially when it comes to the cool action scenes. You know, that's why I want to watch like the movie like The Batman on 4K. I got Furiosa. I haven't seen this film recently. I saw it in the movie theater. I've been meaning to rewatch it, but I love the movie so much that I bought it on 4K. Look, this is Fight Club. This is a version of Fight Club that came out back in 2009 during the 10-year anniversary. I bought it like in 2012. There hasn't been a 4K release of this movie yet, but the Blu-ray, it holds up. Also, one thing I do love about Blu-rays as opposed to DVDs is that Blu-rays just hold up better. Here's Old Boy. So yeah, Old Boy, the Lord of the Rings movies. I have some movie on Criterion. I just bought Lahine. I bought Rashomon. I just recently, the other day, I saw both Dune films. I found the Dune 4K Steelbook recently. Love it. My brother actually got me this for my birthday. No Country for Old Men on 4K. And I gotta say, I've seen this movie so many times, but watching it on 4K, this is a 4K transfer that is worth the upgrade, worth the price of compared to the original Blu-ray / DVD. All right, I'm gonna put these here in these Blu-rays here in the corner. I just wanted to show off my Blu-ray collection for a little bit. But yeah, it's like collecting movies like this, collecting DVDs, or in this case Blu-rays and 4Ks, it's expensive. Movies are just expensive to buy right now. It's so convenient to just go watch a movie on a streaming service. But I just feel like there's a huge difference between watching a movie streaming as opposed to watching a movie on physical media. If you own it, it means you have to get the movie out of your little DVD shelf. You have to, you know, turn on the DVD player and you have to put the movie on. And, you know, once you put a movie in the DVD player, that's it. There's no, what else can I watch? Because with streaming, the option is just like, okay, I'm going to start a movie. And you watch the first 5 minutes of the movie and sometimes you get bored and you're like, I don't want to watch this. I want to watch something else. But when I put a movie on, a physical copy of a movie, like a DVD or a Blu-ray, it means I am actually going to pay attention and watch this movie all the way through, as if I was watching the movie, like going to the movie theater. When you go to the movie theater and you watch a movie, there's something about like, okay, I'm going to pay attention to this movie, I'm going to put my phone away, and I'm just going to watch it. And that's how I feel when I'm watching a movie, you know, on 4K, on Blu-ray. Also, the picture and the image just looks way better as opposed to watching a movie on streaming. Streaming has so much compression, and sometimes when it comes to like the action scenes, like in the Batman or in Mad Max Fury Road or Furiosa, sometimes on streaming service, I notice that when it comes to the action scenes or like the best parts, you know, you're just watching digital blocks. You're not watching the movie in its true, beautiful format. And I think when you watch movies, say on Blu-ray or on 4K, it's better. Now, I do have some problems with physical media. A lot of movies are being upgraded to 4K, but they're over sharpening the movies. They're taking away all the color that made the movie beautiful in the first place. Uh, that's a rant. I'll go talk about it maybe in another video. But as of right now, I just want to talk about why I love physical media. If you are a movie lover, you love going to the movies, and you love collecting an insane amount of movies, and you have no idea where you're going to put them. And, you know, there is a problem with physical media. The problem with physical media is that sometimes when you have so many movies and you don't have a Blu-ray or a DVD shelf, you don't know where you're going to put these movies. And they're just, you know, people come into our apartment and we got movies just stacked piled all on top of each other. You know, there is a debate on, you know, is physical media really worth it nowadays? Like, hey, it's like you can just watch a movie on Amazon Prime now, or, you know, on YouTube, you just rent it. But I don't know, it's just different. There's something different. It's kind of like music, or it's kind of like collecting books. Like, so many people love reading books, but they want a physical copy of a book as opposed to reading it on a Kindle. It's just different. Yes, it's convenient, but we just love the feeling of reading an actual book. Or when it comes to music. Now, as a person, I'm not like a hardcore music person, as in I don't collect records and I don't collect CDs. I haven't bought a CD in probably like 10 years. I listen to music on Spotify. But, you know, for the hardcore music lovers, they need a collection of CDs. And I feel like CDs is going to come back very soon. And also, but specifically records and record players. Over the past like 10 years, people have started collecting records more. And it's like, why do you want a big disc and you got to put on this record that, you know, it's just a waste of space and it takes up space. But if you're a person who loves music and you're passionate about music, it makes you happy to buy a record and put it on, and you're getting the best quality of that music possible. And that's how I feel when it comes to Blu-rays and, you know, in this case, 4Ks. When you get a good 4K, you're getting the best format of that movie that is out there. You know, when I saw Aliens recently, I was like blown away at how beautiful the movie looked. I'm like, it's like watching the movie for the first time. A lot of people had their problems with it, but I enjoyed it. Or, you know, in this case, No Country for Old Men, the Godfather films. And, you know, there are some transfers that have been coming out throughout the years that are just awful. To me, I think the Mad Max films, the original films that are starring Mel Gibson, those have had a horrible transfer. But, you know, there are some transfers that are just like, wow, I can't believe I'm watching this movie with like new eyes. But yeah, this is all about 4K, but, you know, also Blu-rays are just good. Blu-rays hold up. And yeah, there's just something about just putting a movie on and you're just getting the best quality of that movie. I don't really know how to describe it. But I'm pretty sure if you're a person who loves movies and you collect movies, I think you understand where I'm coming from. And I just want to make a video where I just showed my appreciation for physical media. Is there some cons to it? Yes, there is. It takes up space. Movies are like, it costs a crap load of money to buy movies sometimes. Like a month ago, I don't buy movies as much as I used to. One, because it's harder to find movies now. It's like you can't go to Best Buy and find a copy of, you know, that movie anymore. And the only place I can go buy movies now is like Walmart. They only have a very small selection of movies. They don't even have 4Ks or Blu-rays all the time. They mostly just have DVDs, which is cool. But, you know, I want 1080p or, you know, 4K. There's Barnes & Nobles. Barnes & Nobles has an amazing selection when it comes to collecting physical media. Barnes & Noble is the only one that keeps stuff like that alive. I mean, they are keeping books alive and they are also keeping movies alive. The only problem I have at Barnes & Noble is how expensive it is to buy movies there sometimes. The last time I went there because there was a Criterion sale and I bought like 2 Criterions and I bought like 3 other movies, and, you know, I spent over $100 on just movies, just discs that take up space. So there are hardcore cons when it comes to collecting physical media. But the pros is that I have the movies and I can watch them whenever I want. I don't have to worry about them appearing on a streaming service and leaving. Like, you know what movies I've been meaning to buy recently? I want to buy the Transformers films directed by Michael Bay. I haven't seen those movies in a long time. I wish I bought the movies at Walmart when I had the chance. And the Alien movies. I only own Alien 1 and 2, but I want to watch the other ones, Alien 3, Alien 4, Alien 5. All these movies were on streaming services. I think you can watch the Alien movies on Hulu right now, which I probably should do. But the Transformers films, I've been wanting to watch those movies in a long time. I just recently discovered last month they were on Netflix during December. And by the time I wanted to start watching them, they were about to leave by the end of the month. Now I have no idea where to watch them. And sometimes Transformers 2 is like on HBO Max. The other 2 movies are on Paramount Plus. And you gotta get Amazon Prime to watch maybe Transformers 5. It's just a huge headache. I'd rather prefer to just have the movies on Blu-ray and just watch them back to back to back. I don't know. So yeah, this is just me rambling at this point. This video didn't really have a direction, but the theme of this video is why I love collecting physical media. And yeah, I went on the pros and the cons, and that's all I gotta say. I love watching movies. I want to start making more movies, but that's a topic I'll talk about in another day. So anyways, I'm gonna end the video here. If you made it to the end of this video, I just want to end the video by you saying, if you are a person who wants to write a comment, I would love you to just write one thing. What is the very first movie you bought? The first Blu-ray I bought was X-Men First Class, and no, that's a lie. It was actually Inception, directed by Christopher Nolan. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. My name is Emilio, and more videos will be coming out very soon.